Who are the Broncos that made the all-quarter century team? This is your Denver Sports Daily for June 20th.
The biggest stories, the latest news. It's Denver Sports Daily.
ESPN released its all-quarter century team, taking the best players from every position over the past 25 years and making a super team, taking all of these great players and deciding who is the best, who are we putting at each spot. In total, the Broncos had 4 players top that list, and they also had a coach, and we will get into all of that in a bit. But the players first. Peyton Manning, of course, makes the list. He should make the list. But this QB room, there can be a debate to be had. There is a debate to be had. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and Peyton Manning were the 3 QBs that were chosen as the top best QBs in the past 25 years, this quarter century. But Patrick Mahomes making that list, there's an argument to be made there. I don't know if he should or shouldn't. It's all subjective, whatever you think. But Patrick Mahomes has proven in his career, the beginning of his career, he's had the best start to a career of any player of all time. But there are a few players that might still have him beat. You know, you got players like Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger. Those guys maybe have a case to have made it over Patrick Mahomes. But Mahomes has, better accolades than some of those players. Super Bowls on a lot of those players. There's an argument to be made there. I'm not going to make it because Patrick Mahomes should be there, at least in my eyes. He deserves it. He's the best quarterback that we've seen in a long time. Tom Brady-esque. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, of course, need to be in that room. Patrick Mahomes, it's a fun conversation to have. And I'm all for Patrick Mahomes making that roster, making that 3-man group, the top 3 players or quarterbacks since 2000. He deserves to be there. It's just shocking to see that somebody so young is beating out some of those OGs, some of those great all-time players, Hall of Fame players, and Patrick's already up there. Now, DeMarcus Ware is also on the list as one of the edges in that edge room alongside Jared Allen, Myles Garrett, and Julius Peppers. Champ Bailey made the cornerback list, joining Darrelle Revis, Rondé Barber, Richard Sherman, and Patrick Peterson. We'll get into the cornerback list in a little bit. And finally, Brian Dawkins, who of course was mostly known for the Eagles, but played 3 seasons with the Broncos. He made the safety room next to Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, and Earl Thomas. Now the quarterbacks, I want to go back to this. Darrelle Revis, Rondé Barber, Richard Sherman, Patrick Peterson, and then of course Champ Bailey. There's one guy that might be missing off that list. I don't know if y'all are ready to hear this, but Patrick Surtain could make a run towards that. He should have, been there. Maybe, I don't know. If the spot was one space bigger, if it was 1 or 2, Patrick Surtain is there for sure. He could have made it over a few of those guys right now. There's an argument to be made over Patrick Peterson. Those guys are just older. They've obviously went throughout their whole careers, finished them up. Patrick Peterson, I think, was the last to retire just last year or 2 years ago, along with Richard Sherman, who just left the league. But Patrick Surtain, he has a case to be made that he should have been in that cornerback list. I mean, still young, but definitely will be there when you're doing the, half-century team in the next 25 years. Patrick Surtain will be there, but right now, maybe just a little bit too young. But then lastly, Wade Phillips, who led the Broncos to the best defense both in 2015 and 2016, was selected as the defensive coordinator on the all-quarter century team. These are always so much fun to read. I mean, you're looking at the best players in each position group, and it's already been 25 years since 2000, and we're talking about, okay, these are the guys who've been in this spot for only 6 or 7 years. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is a great example. This guy's only been in the league for less than 10 years. I mean, he hasn't been in the league for a decade, and he's already making the all-quarter century team, and he deserves it. He does. As much as it sucks to say, as much as I hate the Chiefs, and every time the Broncos play them, I want to turn my TV off, except for last year, of course, because they were playing well. The Broncos had some exciting wins and losses against the Chiefs, but still, Patrick Mahomes is the thorn in the side of Broncos fans. So seeing him be so good and making the all-quarter century team hurts a little bit. But guess what? He's right next to a Bronco there too. He's right next to Peyton Manning. So seeing him doesn't hurt that bad, knowing that the Broncos are being represented in that quarterback room as well. Now, moving on, the Rockies are surprisingly solid right now. Despite losing in the 11th inning yesterday due to a walk-off home run. The Rockies have been playing their best baseball of the season. Before their 4-3 loss yesterday, the Rocks had a 4-game win streak, their first 4-game win streak of the season, and they managed to record an 8-9 record through June. It sounds, not great if they're not even at 500, but 8-9, that's the best baseball we've seen from the Rockies in a long, long time. The 8 wins that they've gotten this month matches their win total in April and May combined. Now, they've had 2 games in the last 5 where they've scored 10 runs, and they almost completed the sweep over the Washington Nationals, beating them out of 3 of their 4 matchups, which, again, kind of hard to say they almost had a sweep. We're talking about, they're playing their best baseball of the season. They almost did it. They're still not even at 500, but hey, you got to take wins when you get them, and they're doing that. They're getting their wins. The Rockies' record right now is 17-57, which is so redundant to say that they're getting their wins. I talk about their record right after saying that they're 17-57. It's just sad. But, it looks like they might not be the worst team in MLB history anymore. If that's the bar, they're just barely clearing it. They might clear it. We don't know. The season's not over. But earlier in the season, I was saying that this team could lose 140 games. They could have. If they kept playing the way that they did earlier in the year, they could have lost 140 games. Now, it's looking like they might be closer to 110 games. They might just only lose 115. I'll take that. Little W's. Instead of 140, losing 110. If they can get under 110 wins or 110 losses, I would be excited. I'd be happy about that. You start the season so poorly. You start the season where people are projecting you to lose 140 games. And by people, I mean me. The way that this team is playing, they look like they were going to lose 140. If they lose less than 110, I will count that as a semi-successful comeback of the season. They came back. They were projected for something much worse than they actually were. Losing 100 games for the 3rd season in a row. That's the bar. I mean, that's a hard bar to cross or get over. They're not going to do that. They're not going to win, 63 games. They just aren't. I mean, they're at 17 wins midway through June. It's just not going to happen. But seeing that they can string together some wins like this, we might be in for something good towards the end of the season. And by something good, I mean losing less than 110 games. Now, that'll do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I will be back with you guys again on Monday. There's a big, big game this Sunday. If you guys are not watching Game 7 of the finals, I don't know what you're doing. This whole series has been insane. The best finals I've seen, well, first of all, since the Nuggets, but overall, the best finals I've seen since 2016 when LeBron came back 3-1 to beat the Golden State Warriors. This finals has that same kind of energy. OKC versus the Indiana Pacers on Sunday. It's must-see TV. We haven't had a Game 7 since 2016. Win or go home. You win this game, you're champions. You lose it, you're done. It is so much fun. The best 2 words in the history of sports. Game 7. We got another one of those in the finals happening on Sunday. Now, that'll do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I'll be back with you guys again on Monday. Until then, y'all have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. Bye, y'all.